The cryptocurrency Electroneum is in the early stages of some pretty concerning problems at the moment. On one hand, there are pressing technical issues that need to be addressed and remedied before the coin can move forward, and on the other are management issues that need to be solved before the user base can place their trust in them to steer the ship away from the rocks. Either one of these issues on its own is enough to sink the ship before it even gets out of the harbor, and they are both very easily remedied by people at the helm taking control and leading effectively and honestly. I'm going to start with the basics for people who may be new, so bear with me for a moment if you've heard this before. Electroneum is a Monero-based cryptocurrency that's currently in its infancy. It's billed as being the accessible cryptocurrency and aims at making buying and selling in cryptocurrencies easy to do for the common person. Based out of the UK, the team at Electroneum are trying to make a secure and a nimble cryptocurrency that's easy to use. They even say as much in their announcement video.
Cryptocurrencies are new and exciting, but beyond the reach of your everyday guy. Accessing cryptocurrencies requires making or buying a GPU mining rig, or sending copies of your passport and bank statements to strange-sounding overseas websites. You'll probably need a complicated crypto wallet on your desktop PC. What if I was to tell you that it doesn't have to be this way? Electroneum is designed specifically for the average guy. All the security and anonymity of the leading crypto coins, but managed with a free, easy-to-install app. Manage your wallet, securely send and receive Electroneum, and experience mining crypto coins straight from the app with zero technical knowledge. All that development is finished and ready right now.
They did an ICO, or initial coin offering, on September 14th and met their cap early, a good sign that there's interest as long as the technical side of things hold up. On October 31st, the day that their ICO was supposed to close, the team at ETN announced that a bug had been discovered in their two-factor authentication system, and in response, they had reset everything and asked people to recreate their two-factor authentication PIN and recovery email. Citing the scare at the end of October, on November 8th, the team at ETN announced that they were going to be starting a campaign on HackerOne to make sure that their security was robust. As you know, after experiencing a real credible security threat, we closed access to the Electroneum wallet and app to allow time to completely overhaul our software and network infrastructure. We've been working closely with Amazon AWS, our network infrastructure providers, and we've been implementing security enhancements from our discussions with them and from a third-party security consultant. After officially being one of the top 30 cryptocurrencies in the world, and following the advice of our security consultants, we have taken the decision that in the interest of our users' security, we should apply an enterprise-level security audit and extensive penetration testing before release. We've engaged the services of a security agency that works for the US Department of Defense as well as Coinbase, Spotify, Uber, Blockchain, and dozens more top tech companies. We've agreed terms with HackerOne in San Francisco, one of the world's top security and vulnerability testing experts. HackerOne are to carry out vulnerability and penetration testing of our platform before launch. The indicated testing timescales are 3 to 4 weeks. I'd like to once again apologize for the inconvenience that this continued delay has caused you. We've done this in the interest of all of our users and to ensure we are in the best possible position to achieve the first mass adoption of cryptocurrency and be an attractive, secure payment solution to commercial providers. They continue to assure everyone that their users' security is top priority. It's one of the selling points in their announcement video, as a matter of fact.
All the security and anonymity of the leading crypto coins, but managed with a free, easy-to-install app. Manage your wallet, securely send and receive Electroneum.
So, what exactly is HackerOne? HackerOne is a site made to connect businesses with ethical hackers who can test their product for security flaws and misconfigurations that could lead to breaches in security or stability, so that the company could fix those issues privately before they go public with their product. On November 14th, Electroneum released a statement to clarify on the current situation with their security and the HackerOne process itself. HackerOne worked for the US Department of Defense as well as Coinbase, Spotify, Uber, Blockchain, and dozens more top tech companies. You can view Electroneum on their directory here. HackerOne should be publishing a press release soon confirming our commercial relationship. We will let you know when it's released. Until HackerOne are satisfied with our security, we have halted all logins to our website and the app, but we can assure you that your ETN balance is safe and secure. We'll update you when you're able to log in again to view your ETN balance. They continue to talk about HackerOne as if HackerOne is a pen testing firm themselves, rather than a middleman to connect you with the people who will help you. Their willingness to hold off and get things tested was a good sign that they actually cared, so all in all, it was a net good, even if they didn't seem to understand the process right out of the gate. On November 17th, a user named Denial666 under the alias HackermanBob makes this post on HackerOne through the private disclosure system that details a brute force attack that their main website is vulnerable to. For those not familiar, a brute force attack allows an attacker to try hundreds of thousands of login attempts to guess the correct login information. This is a basic attack that's been known about for a very long time. This version of the attack that Denial666 describes here is slightly different though. For a normal brute force attack, one login attempt would generate a failed login record in the admin logs. Hundreds of these failed login attempts should trip an automated flagging system that would alert the ETN team that someone is trying to gain access to accounts so that they could shut it down. By using XML-RPC, an attacker can try 3,000 login attempts at once and generate only one failed login attempt in the admin logs itself. This attack is known about, and XML-RPC should be disabled or be behind an authentication wall before requests can be made through it. On November 20th, HackerOne staff respond and say that they will review the bug. 1 week later, Denial666 still had heard nothing back from anyone from either the HackerOne team or the ETN team, so he checked the website to see if it still allowed XML-RPC requests, which it did. 24 hours later, he checked again and got back this message from the server. The fix for the issue had seemingly been applied, so the issue was resolved. Great news! Denial666, who is an Electroneum user who actually bought into the ICO himself, felt that he had helped the ETN team make their product more secure in some small way. Having still not heard anything back, on December 3rd, Denial666 sent another message through HackerOne to the team telling them that he was glad that they had fixed the issue. On December 8th, the ETN team posted this update to their Facebook page. Hi all, great news. HackerOne are drawing to a close and have found a number of minor bugs but nothing terrifying. This is great news for all of us, and will allow us to get everyone's Electroneum wallets, the app, and the web wallet system all live by the middle of next week. I really appreciate everyone's patience while we waited for HackerOne to finish their work, and I want to assure everyone that we've not been wasting this time. We've been extremely busy starting to put together some commercial deals, and hopefully one or two of those will be ready to announce this week too. Exciting times. Thanks for bearing with us, everyone. Have a great weekend. Richard. They admit that there were minor bugs found, but nothing terrifying. While this may be technically true, remember how they reacted when their two-factor authentication was found to be broken. It would seem that anything that could compromise user accounts couldn't be considered a minor bug, and with log obfuscation part of the brute force attack, it's difficult to say if they could check to see if anyone's accounts were actually hit with this attack in the past. Having the login information for a chunk of the ICO community, including the admin account for the site itself, would seem to me to be a major vulnerability, but they seemed to disagree. As of the day this video is being made and posted, no tickets have been closed on HackerOne, and no thanks have been given to anyone who participated in the private disclosure program through HackerOne. And what about that public bug bounty program that they talked about starting in December? It's the end of January, and no announcements have been made by the ETN team about that yet. On January 28th, a Reddit user by the name of KnifeOfPi2 posted this to the r/Electroneum forum. He even posted the 2 lines of code needed to fix the bug itself, trying to be helpful. His post details a bug caused by a well-known attack against Monero that causes major network issues at block 202612. Now, I won't get into the technical details too far, but essentially that means that if the problem isn't fixed, when Electroneum hits block 202612, everything is going to come tumbling down. And as KnifeOfPi2 points out, this will occur in 40 days from his post. Now, you would think that the Electroneum community and the ETN team themselves would be thankful for him bringing this to their attention, right? Well, you would be wrong. There is a subset of ETN users who are almost rabidly obsessed with the coin. and they seem to believe that if they're not positive about the coin and the team behind it at all times, everything will fail. Let me introduce you to the HODL community. Any criticism against the coin itself or the ETN team will be met swiftly, with posts about how you're just jealous that they got in early and that you now see how well it's doing, so you're just trying to tank the price so that you can get in on the action as well. But where would they get an idea like this? Well, maybe they got that idea from the ETN team themselves because of posts like this. One final, very important issue. Whilst the majority of our community are truly supportive, we're sad to say that a very few unpleasant individuals have been overtly hostile on our chat rooms in recent days, demonstrating vile behavior and a disgusting lack of respect, none of which will be tolerated in any shape or form, particularly as our admins have worked very hard to keep everyone in the loop and manage expectations alongside our entire ETN team tirelessly driving the product and opportunities for us all. Adding to this, we have noticed the negative speculation and misinformation being pushed out regarding Monero block 202162 and the subsequent patch code. This is a very simple two-line fix, one that we are aware of, as a number of community devs have already confirmed. This distorted data is completely sensationalism, and it must stop. We are confident that you can see right through these underhanded tactics and that you'll continue to support and share our vision. When you consider everything we have in place, as referenced above, we feel sure these negative vibes will quickly disappear. As always, thank you, the Electroneum team. This post seems to directly address Knife of Pi 2 and his discovery of the Monero bug being present in ETN, and rather than thank him, they essentially brush off the bug as a two-line fix, not addressing the fact that fixing the Monero bug will force them to fork their coin. And the subsequent post they made on January 28th accuses detractors of lying in order to damage them and their coin. Following our concerns about misinformation being pushed out across many chat rooms, it clearly seems that we are now being targeted for a forced price reduction. We understand that the updates we posted on Sunday evening have made a more market impact than we expected. The travesty is that growing unrest is largely being driven by a number of people who missed our ICO and now, seeing the popularity of ETN, want to buy in cheap without any of the true belief we all have, and certainly no sense of ethical practice. They only see the potential for our coin to make themselves a quick buck. This destructive transaction strategy is aimed at driving the ETN price down, so they can buy in cheap and then flip their strategy to push a sharp rise, allowing them to selfishly play the margins to their own benefit. These miscreants tend to spread fear, uncertainty, or doubt, otherwise known as FUD, which prompts others to lose faith and prematurely sell coins at low prices. They are attempting to discredit our statements, publishing misrepresented quotes, and questioning our good faith and solid protocols. Examples of these completely fabricated claims include: Electroneum is a multi-level marketing / Ponzi scheme. Not true. Electroneum will never be listed on major exchanges. Not true. The Electroneum team is keeping ETN on one exchange on purpose to manipulate the price. Not true. These accusations and any other statements casting doubt on our progress and pipeline are all completely unfounded. They are lies being spread to damage our status and open the opportunity for deceitful individuals to use us. All the info we share with you is absolutely 100% genuine, and we hope that, by making you aware of what's going on, you will manage to avoid any of the FUD, and that you'll maintain your belief and support for our vision. Last night, in response to the ETN team doubling down on their position and stating that anyone casting doubt on their product is just lying to damage them and their product, Denial666 made a Steemit post detailing his experiences with the ETN team, the Knife of Pi 2 saga, and ETN's instant attack on him. I'll put the link in the description as it's a little too long to go into in this video, but you should check it out. It's worth reading. It's a pretty interesting tale. So, where exactly does that leave us? Is ETN a scam? Is it beyond saving? Well, the answer is pretty much universally no. ETN does show good promise, but only if it's managed properly. I don't think that the team over at ETN are malicious or that they're doing this to scam people. I think that they're just in over their head and they're making promises that they can't possibly keep in order to keep the community morale high. But they're doing so while also completely disregarding and outright attacking members of their community who are trying to help them make the coin better. Denial 666 didn't go through a private disclosure system and wait months before saying anything publicly so that he could smear ETN or the team. He did it because he wants to see it succeed. He's an ICO investor himself. Knife of Pi 2 didn't disclose the Monero block bug and also provide the fix because he wants to damage the credibility of the coin and the team behind it. He did it because he cares about the future of the coin, and this is a very critical problem that needs to be addressed in the short term. If the ETN team had been honest and upfront about issues like they were about the two-factor authentication issue, everyone would understand and be on board. But their current strategy of sowing discord in their community and claiming any criticism is an attempt to crash the coin and hurt their credibility is a pretty damning one, and it's bound to backfire on them. The ship is headed too close to the rocks, pulled by the siren song of long-term profits. And like the doomed sailors of myth, unless the captain can gain control and right the course of the vessel, it'll be just another tattered wreck on the ocean floor, filled with the poor souls of those unlucky enough to have been aboard during the crash.